All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you all are staying safe. You guys, I'm actually on here a little bit later. I was running some errands, but I'm here. You guys, if you are new, welcome. My name is Joy and I am a narcissist abuse coach. This channel is called Live Narc Free. If you are returning, hey, hope all is well and that you're staying safe. It was a really hot day today. Not like super blazing hot, but excuse me, a really hot day. So anyway, you guys, let's get right into the topic. And you guys, please feel free to chime in and share how you are coping with the withdrawals of not having the narcissist in your life, and just being in no contact with the narcissist. Thank y'all for the like. Yeah, withdrawals that you may experience. Hi, P17. So basically, this is something that I did go through myself. So I'm speaking for firsthand experience. So the withdrawals, you guys, basically not having a narcissist in your life, being in no contact with your abuser, the person that you trauma bonded with, is difficult because you will go through a whole lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. Things will come up in your mind. You will definitely feel obsessed. You will want to stalk the narcissist. You want to see what they're up to. You want to see if they're happy. If you want to know, like, if you made the right decision, if you're doing the right thing by, going no contact with the narcissist, by keeping your distance, putting up boundaries, between you and this narcissist. You will definitely question yourself and your decision, because you guys know the narcissist is going to be making us feel like we're doing something wrong, that it was the wrong decision, and try to make us feel regretful, try to make us feel remorseful. So you do just want to kind of keep that in mind. And like I said, y'all chime in. Excuse me. Whoever comes in the room, make sure that you do introduce yourselves, say hi. But yeah, managing your withdrawal. So for me, I definitely just began to focus on myself. I started, talking to people that I knew that I could trust in regards to, dealing with narcissistic abuse, like my really close friends and close family members that I trusted, telling them what I had went through. Another thing, you guys, what helped me was I really started grieving. I know a lot of people may feel like, that's weak, but honestly, it's really good. It's very healing because it really will allow you to let go of all those emotions and feelings. Excuse me, you guys, 1 second. I had something to eat and I feel like something is like stuck in my throat. But yeah, so like, coping with the withdrawals, like I said, I talked to many people about it, the people that I trusted. And then, like I said, I started to grieve. So I allowed myself to be by myself, and I, began to cry and let out all of my emotions and feelings. And it was tough. And you guys can let me know if you guys have experienced this or not, if you have grieved your narcissist or you just kind of dealt with it in a different way. But I did grieve. I actually grieved for 6 months, you guys. And I know you're probably like, wow, that's a lot. But yeah, I grieved for 6 months straight. Like, I remember I would get up and I would wake up in the morning and I would cry. The amount of time, I'm trying to remember, it probably was just maybe for like 15 or 20 minutes, but I did allow myself to cry because I felt very sad. And you probably will feel sad if you are going through the withdrawals of not having the narcissist in your life or going no contact. Because the thing is, you guys, a lot of us, we don't want to go no contact with the narcissist. Like, we still want them in our lives, but because of how they have been mistreating us and the way that they had been behaving towards us has caused us no other choice but to go no contact, And I'm just gonna say your last name because I can't pronounce it, but Shalom, you said hello. I catch this live stream. I'm watching from Gambia. Okay, Gambia, hello, welcome. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And like I said, chime in, you guys. How are you guys coping with the withdrawals of not having the narcissist in your life? What are you guys doing? But yeah, so, definitely just grieving. And then another thing, you guys, that really did help me was doing yoga was really, 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 really good for me. And during that period of time, I had the opportunity, because I actually had, I started being in this program, and they actually took care of my rent for a full year, which is great. But so that allowed me to have free time to, really take care of myself and do things to kind of help me, because dealing with the abuse, it was overwhelming, and it sometimes it could stop you from doing like your everyday routine, and you could kind of just get really focused on the narcissist. So anyway, I did yoga. I want to say I did yoga for 3 times out of the week, which was really, really good. So sometimes I would do it during like the day or in the morning, and then other times I would do it like in the evening. So both was actually good because it allowed me to be around other people. And I really didn't talk to that many people in yoga like that. But, it really did help me to be able to, be around people and just be out in nature and connect with folks and that sort of thing. And so that really did help with the healing, you guys, because what I love about yoga is they have really good meditation. And when you are doing yoga, you're not really thinking about anything, so because after you get out of the abusive relationship with the narcissist, when you're in no contact, your mind is ruminating, and it's kind of, just all over the place, focused on the narcissist. It's like you're obsessed, like, you wonder like, what is this narcissist doing? And so with doing yoga, it can kind of really distract you for like an hour or two, so that's what I really did love about yoga. So that did help me. Another thing is, you guys, what helped me and probably what can help you is reading books about, abusive relationships, or about codependencies, about self-esteem, self-worth, which really helped me a lot. And Saul, you said I didn't grieve. I was only sad while she tried to make me homeless, and after I went to Gambia because of that. Oh, wow. I see. You said M in nature. Okay. I'm sorry that happened to you, Salu. Yeah, so honestly, I think grieving is good because, again, excuse me, you guys, the longer you are with your narcissist, the more abuse you have experienced. And if you don't allow yourself to grieve and feel those feelings, then those feelings, they don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Those feelings, they stay there, and they just kind of, it'll come out with in other ways. Like, you could lash out on somebody innocent, or just random be feeling like upset, any like slightest thing could get you going, so you do just want to make sure that you grieve. Now, what I do recommend in regards to grieving is give yourself like a time frame. Now, I know back when I was grieving the narcissist, I didn't say, okay, you know what, let me grieve for like 6 months. Let me allow myself to cry, feel angry, upset, scream, lash out, not at anybody, but I didn't give myself a time frame. But if you want to do this, if you're in a process of grieving your narcissist, give yourself like 6 months, maybe 3 months. And thank y'all for the like. And just allow yourself to feel how you feel. And remember, it's not weak to cry. It's not weak to, just express your feelings and speak up, so definitely make sure you get that out of your system, because it's a part of the healing process, right? So, I did do that. So I did a lot of reading. So that is probably going to be beneficial to a lot of you guys. And, another thing, I really did focus on, what the narcissist did to me that was horrible. So at the time when I was going through my healing process, I didn't write down specifically like what the narcissist did. But for those of you, if you're new to this, write down how the narcissist made you feel. Write down like the horrible things that they like said to you and they did to you. So that way you can kind of get out of the fog of the love bombing stage, because a lot of us victims and survivors, if we're fresh out of the relationship with the narcissist, you could be focused on the love bombing stage. You could be reminiscing and wanting and hoping that love bombing stage is going to come back. But you have to remember that wasn't real. Like, that wasn't who the narcissist was. They was actually just doing that to manipulate you into getting into the relationship and to manipulating you to accept the abuse, So you do just want to keep that in mind. But yeah, and then another thing in regards to managing the withdrawals, if you feel lonely, because I know a lot of us victims, we could feel lonely. Like I said, like besides just talking to someone, maybe you can join a support group or something. I actually have a free support group, you guys. I'll link it below if you guys want to join it. I recommend that because, you don't feel so like by yourself, and you don't feel like, oh, I got to go on this. I got to do this journey by myself. And I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I really wish that I had somebody like myself when I first got out of the relationship with the narcissist, because I don't know if any of you guys have watched my videos. When I first came out, like I told you, so I had a person that I talked to. She was kind of like a counselor. I think she was a counselor in training, but she didn't really understand narcissistic abuse. So you do just want to make sure that if you are dealing with narcissistic abuse, whether it's from a family, a friend, a coworker, romantic partner, talk to someone that has actually dealt with what you've experienced, because that's going to actually validate your experience. It's going to help you to feel understood. It's going to help you to feel validated, like you're not crazy, and that this does actually happen to people. For me, I wish that was the case, because I felt like when I did talk to my counselor, I guess she was a counselor in training, she didn't know anything about narcissistic abuse, you guys. Like, and I felt like she was judging me a lot. Like when I would tell her like what happened, she would just look at me like, and I'm just like, are you judging me? Like, so it was different. So yeah, like if you're going through a withdrawal, talk to someone so they can help validate your experience, right? And Saul, I hope you're okay with me calling you by your last name, but you said that can be. You said, but am in a peaceful situation with family from Gambia. Okay, it's of course not my own family. Okay, you said I'm new to this. Okay, got you. So you said I applied no contact, but she don't like it while she is married with someone from the Gambia. So is this the gentleman? Are you from? I forgot. You commented on my videos before, right? I'm trying to remember. Where did you say you were from again, Saul? Where did you say you were from? Because didn't you say you talked to someone from the UK or something like that? I think I remember you commenting on my video before. Oh, you say, yeah, okay. Where are you from, Saul, if you don't mind me asking? And like I said, anybody watching, chime in. How do you guys cope? And honestly, you guys, I don't know if I have said it, but it's been several videos. So it took me 2 years, you guys, to heal from narcissistic abuse. And even from time to time, it's not saying that, you're getting to this destination where you're never going to feel triggered, or you're never going to feel emotions, or you're never going to have memories. You're going to have it. Especially if you've been trauma bonded to the narcissist, or you've been soul tied to them, or you have memories, and if you have children, if you have children with this narcissist, it's really going to be difficult for you to, really cope and go through the grieving process and moving on, and just dealing with your feelings. But it's possible. But it takes you being serious about your recovery. Okay, Saul, I'm from the Netherlands. Okay, while she lives in Belgium. Okay, Netherlands, welcome. And make sure that you guys are subscribed if you are new to this channel, you guys. Okay, it's crazy because so I actually traveled with this one girl. She was from Belgium, but we ended up, so I spent 3 months living in Jamaica. This was back in 2017, right? I was in no contact with my aunt. I was in no contact with the male narcissist. And you guys know that I dealt with the borderline for 4 months. So I was in no contact with him. And then, I don't know, I was just kind of like ready to leave California at the time. And I was just kind of like, so I visited Jamaica for my birthday in May of 2017. And then I was like talking to my friend. I was like, I wonder what it would be like to live in Jamaica. Like, I don't know. It was just like really random. And they was like, oh, that would be cool. And then out of nowhere, you guys, like out of being in California for 11 years, I was like, you know what, let me just spend some time in Jamaica. So what I did was I spent 3 months in Jamaica. And during that period of time, I did connect with this girl. She was from Belgium, and I think her boyfriend was Jamaican. And then, so we hung out, and then I ended up coming back to the States after the 3 months was up and I was doing my thing. And then I ended up going back to Jamaica in 2018, and I stayed there for about, I think it was like 2 months or so, or it was like a month and a couple weeks. But the girl that I stayed with when I went back to Jamaica in 2018, she was from Belgium. She was pretty cool. And then when I first went to visit Jamaica, well, I've been to Jamaica 3 times, but the second time when I went, one of the girls, she was from Germany, yeah. So she was cool too, and I was like, oh, and it was funny. She spoke German, and then there was this Jamaican guy, and he spoke German. She looked at him. She was like, "You speak German too?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, that was like so cool." I know that's kind of random, but yeah. You said so. I live with her in Belgium, and I have children with her. Okay. And you were the one that was saying that she doesn't allow you to see your children, right? Or you don't see them at all? Is that correct? Yeah. I think I remember because you said you left and she's still in Belgium. But yeah, that the withdrawals, you guys, it's a handful. Don't try to stop the withdrawals, because if you try to force it, then it's only going to persist. What is that saying? They say if whatever you resist, it persists. So understand that again, you are going to go through the emotions, you guys. You are going to be feeling like you're missing the narcissist, that you're doing something wrong. That, what if they change? What if there's hope of them getting better? Do I need to do something else? No, you guys, you don't have to do anything. Only thing that you have to do is to focus on yourself and to stay in no contact. Because again, if you break the no contact, it's only going to get worse. The abuse is going to get worse. The mistreatment is going to get worse. The disrespect is going to get worse, because a narcissist does not respect you at all, and they don't love you. They don't care about you. It doesn't matter what you've done for them or how you treated them just nicely and respectful. They don't care about that. They only care about power and control, right? So, but yeah. So, and another thing which you can do as far as the withdrawals, maybe try exercising. I know I mentioned the yoga and the meditation. Maybe you can try exercising and getting your body moving and going. And, maybe just try relaxing as much as you can. Maybe try, just going for a walk, or, maybe try getting a massage or have someone massage you. I know it's kind of random, but those are some of the things that did help me. It's like you have to calm your mind and just try to focus in on the present moment. And just remember that the individual that you're dealing with, they are not capable of change. You get me? They don't want to change. They don't think that there's anything wrong with them. And you guys got to remember too, I realized this, the narcissists, they feel like you deserve it. Whatever abuse that you went through, and the longest you stay with them and they mistreat you and you stick it out, they think that you deserve that, So it's really sick how they are. It's very, very sick. But yeah, so, you really just want to keep yourself busy. You want to get the focus away from the narcissist and back on you, the individual watching, because again, the withdrawals, you're gonna, trust me, you're gonna feel really, really bad. You're gonna be, it's almost like you're gonna be lovesick, and you're gonna be feeling like a part of you is missing, because the narcissist has made us codependent, And, they could have made you financially codependent, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. And so what you have to do is you have to learn how to be independent at this point, right? So that's another part of the withdrawals. And you guys know another thing that this narcissist did? I remember there was a point in time, you guys, and I had never did this before. I remember I would literally go to the narcissist and ask his permission for decisions in my life that I never had done before. But since I had been in contact with the narcissist, I was literally asking for permission to make a decision or to do certain important things in my life, So when you're going through that, it's about, trusting yourself and knowing that you can make your own decision. You don't have to get approval from the narcissist, right? So that comes from, again, that codependencies, the programming, the people pleasing, being a pushover and stuff like that. So what I think is good, if you can read books about, overcoming codependencies, overcoming the disease to please others, and being a pushover, and learning how to be assertive, and when you're in these withdrawals, like when you're in no contact with the narcissist, you're going to have to ignore them. You're going to have to ignore them. And I know that you probably love this person and you don't want to, but you have to remember, again, they don't have your best interest at heart, and I know that that's like hurtful to hear, and your mind may not even want to hear that or even accept that. You're just like, oh, whatever. Like, I have all this history with this person. I have all these memories and all this time spent, and they've treated me so well. They've, supported me emotionally. They've been there for me, because that was me. The narcissist pretended, to support me and be there for me, that he wanted the best for me. But in actuality, he was really an enemy, So, just kind of like getting to the point where you just realize, like, yeah, this person does not have my best interest. It's like getting focused on the reality, not focused off of what has happened, but focus on what's happening right now. Deal with the present moment. Deal with the betrayal, deal with the lies, deal with the cheating and the betrayal of trust that they have done to you. That's a way that you can deal with the withdrawals. Another thing is, you can journal out how it is that you're feeling. Besides writing down the stuff that they've done to you, you can actually write out, how's your day going, what you've done, and just, even you could write out what the narcissist has done to you, blah, 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 but just write out your thoughts and your feelings. That could be a good way to release the things that you're feeling. And Saul, you said, I loved her, but she was making me not want to love her anymore. Yeah, the narcissists, they will make you hate them because you love them, right? Excuse me, you guys. Sorry. I ate some food before this, and I probably shouldn't have made the live as soon as I finished. I probably should have waited, but it's okay. But yeah, so you will love the narcissist, like you will love their false self, their false persona, right? The person, they love bombed us. You will love them, but then the abuse, the mistreatment, their attitude, their lies, the cheating, twisting your words, the crazy making, the silent treatment, the gaslighting, all of that stuff, all the abuse, the future faking, they will make you hate them slowly but surely. So because what the narcissist is doing, they are self-sabotaging the relationship. They don't want you to love them. And actually, I had to learn this too, you guys. Narcissists hate love. They hate happy people. And that's why they don't like the holidays. That's why they try to ruin it and destroy it, because they don't like happiness. And the other thing is because it's not focused on them. It's focused on, family, friends, and, gift giving or whatever you want to do. It's not focused on the narcissist, So narcissist hates that, but they will make you want to hate them because of how they treat you and how they betray you. This narcissist is so crazy. It's not funny, but I can look back because now I've healed, but I know that they're horrible. They're very, very horrible. And like I said, don't rush your healing, because that was me too, you guys. That was another thing. I used to be like, oh, I wish I could just heal so quickly. Like, I wish I could just get underneath somebody so fast and, just move on and be like the narcissist. Because you guys know narcissists they can't be alone, so they have to get underneath somebody else and pretend like they're happy. And I would say to myself, I'm like, I wish I can do that too. But it's just like, no, I'm not like that. You are probably the same way. It's like, just be patient with yourself, love on yourself. And I guess another way with this withdrawals is you have to care for yourself. Like, you have to practice self-care. You have to practice self-compassion. You have to practice self-protection. That's a way in which, and as I said, you guys, I don't really recommend you doing it on your own. I mean, you can if you want, but for me, like I said, if I had the opportunity to go back, if I had somebody like me that was doing videos and, had the experience, I would definitely talk to them, because you're gonna make mistakes. And even if you do have somebody to talk to, you still might make a mistake. But if you have somebody, coaching you and talking to you, they can help you again to validate your experience, help you to understand what happened, and help you to stay away from the narcissist. Because we can go no contact, but the key is staying away. Because you guys, I'm sure you probably hear go no contact, but it's like staying no contact. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have children, and I get that. So, but if you have the kids involved, then you really want to practice the gray rock method, and maybe try and get some sort of mediator involved, or if you use parenting apps or anything like that. Now, you do have some people, again, that decide they don't want the narcissist to be around their children. So you have that dynamic going on. Or unfortunately, I think kind of like with Saul, I guess he's not able to see his kids. So you do have that happening. So that's very unfortunate. Now, if you are able to, maybe you can try to make an arrangement to where you guys can have some sort of visitations or custody rules, but that would be up to the law and courts and stuff like that. So, but that's basically the video. I hope that this was helpful. If there was anything that I missed, you guys, please feel free to chime in and share. But I hope that this can help some of you guys cope with the withdrawals, because again, I do understand it's difficult. It can feel lonely. You can feel like sad. You can probably feel isolated. You can feel just devastated and disappointed. You can feel like, oh my God, I'm not going to find anybody else again. Like, I love this person so much. Like, what if I don't love anybody else like this ever again? You will, you guys, like, you will end up eventually. You will meet someone else, but just right now, you have to go through the withdrawals. You have to, and that's a part of the healing and the recovery. And like I said, don't be afraid to reach out for support or help. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to. And some people, like, they cope with the withdrawals by being angry, and that's fine too, as long as you don't take the anger out on me or anybody else. But if you have to scream, if you have to yell, if you have to punch, like go to the gym and do a punching bag or something like that. And that was the other thing, you guys, that I really loved about yoga. The yoga teacher, you know what he would do? This was the guy that did it. What time would we do it? Like 11 in the morning, right? And you guys know what he would say? He would be like, before we get into the exercising and meditation, he would tell us to stand up, and he would tell us to scream, you guys. He would have us scream to the top of our lungs, like, ah, like, of course, louder than that. But he said that because he was like, if there's any stress or anxiety or depression, anything that you're feeling, he's just like, just let it out. Just get it all out and just feel it, And honestly, that was a really good release. So again, if there's any releases that you need to do during these withdrawals, just allow yourself to go through it, because again, that's going to help you to let go of those feelings that you have for the narcissist, because, the feelings is what gets us. The feelings. We're in our feelings. We love them. We care about them. But we have to begin to remember they don't love us. They don't care about us. We have to really get that. And that's hurtful to accept, because we were under the impression that they did love us. But we have to remember they don't. And they never will. And they won't love the new supply that they're with right now either. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful in regards to the withdrawals. And sometimes you guys will feel the withdrawals and sometimes you won't. So you'll have your good days and you'll have your bad days. You know what I mean? And Salo, you said I started exercise. Okay, good. So, Meg, lately I watched too much videos about the narc survivor, etc. Yeah, see, and this is the thing. Like, when you're going through the withdrawals, like, it's okay to like do your research and study about the videos of narcissistic abuse, but that does come to a point in time where you do just want to begin to put the focus on yourself. So if you want to watch the videos, like if it's talking about certain stuff, like maybe CPTSD or healing the trauma bonds or cognitive dissonance and, other issues that are coming up for you, that's cool. But I guess you want to take the focus off of the narcissist, So if you feel like, hey, you know what, I want to give the narc videos a break, that's fine too, That's totally fine. It kind of was like that for me because I can tell you guys honestly, I was kind of obsessed with the narcissist, and I was obsessed with the videos. This was years ago. But as I have healed, thank God, because it took so much, you guys, so much. I can tell you, like, as I said, I felt like I was literally a zombie, you guys. I don't know if any of you guys, you probably will feel like this. You probably feel like you're like a walking zombie. But yeah, you really got to put the focus back on you. Like, what makes you happy? What do you enjoy doing? Like, you know, do you have any passions? Do you have any goals? Do you have any dreams or things that make you happy or anything? Put that on the forefront. Or if it's focused on your children, focused on them, or, you know, really hone in on you, the victim and the survivor, because the narcissist, they're not worried about you. You know, we're so worried about them. They don't care about us at all, because look how, if they cared, they wouldn't treat us this way, you know? You said, while the narcissists have an evil nature, yeah, they do. And see, this is the thing with me, you guys. I'm not the type of person where I'm like, oh, this person is like that person is like that. I'm not really the type of person where I judge. Like, I've never really been like that, because I'm like, I'm not perfect at all. Like, no, I'm not. I'm just like you watching. But with narcissistic people, their behavior, their attitudes, their actions, and the things that they do to people, it's just, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, like, why they have to behave that way, you know? And again, you guys, this is just not romantic partners. This can be parents, this could be friends, this could be coworkers, this can be bosses. And like I said, when you're separate from them, you know, you could feel like you are just by yourself, like you're in the wilderness, like just naked, you know, and you're just like, what do I do now? You know, so again, it's about being self-reliant. It's about being it's about being self-reliant. It's about being independent, and putting the focus back on the most important person that's watching this video, which is you, right? You said you didn't feel the victim. Okay. Yeah. Well, for me, I don't know. I felt like, you know, I was taken advantage of. I felt like I was manipulated, especially like with my aunt and the male narc and the borderline. I felt like they were trying to control me and mistreat me just because, like, that's just what they do. And I'm just like, well, especially like with my aunt, like I was literally like a teenager, you guys. So I in a sense, it was just kind of like I had to be there, you know. I mean, I didn't have to, but it was just kind of like the circumstances made it so that I was literally living with my aunt, and I didn't really have anywhere to go, you know, until, you know, I began to pick up multiple gigs. And I always say this, I feel like the school that I went to, it kind of saved me, because the college that I was going to at the time, it was like 30 minutes away from where my aunt lived at. And I would tell myself, like, you know, if I live closer to the school, then for one, I could move out of my aunt's house. And two, it would be less a commute, because if any of you guys ever been to California, especially like Southern California, you know, the traffic is crazy, you know. So I told myself, I'm like, okay, I can get me either roommates or, you know, stay closer to the campus, so that way I don't have to do the long commute. So I guess for me, I did feel like I was a victim at the time, but of course it's not that way anymore. I'm a survivor, you know. So, but I'm saying, like, people that are unfortunately may have to be in that circumstance could see themselves as a victim, you know. So, but yeah, so you guys, but yeah, that's basically it on the withdrawals. Yeah, withdrawals are tough. But it's just basically how you manage. And like I said, if you guys want to reach out to me for any like advice or any support sessions, or if you guys want to inquire about my book, you guys know I did my book called Reclaim Your Life Back, My Journey into Understanding Narcissism, where I share my experience dealing with narcissism and how, you know, I coped, and I rethought and I rethinked a lot about the narcissistic abuse and, you know, healing and recovery, all that stuff. I talk about this in this book. It's pretty affordable. You can get it on Amazon. And also this book talks about coping with individuals who have narcissism and how you can protect yourself from these individuals in the future. Definitely recommend getting this. But yeah, like the withdrawals, you're gonna feel up and down. So in a sense, this is just kind of like an awareness. Just understand, like, it's every day is not gonna be sunshines and rainbows. Like, you're gonna have your good days and you're gonna have your bad days, right? But it might be more bad than good depending on how the abuse was and like your attachment and how strong you are. Because I understand if you're in no contact, you guys, and you love this narcissist, if they contact you, you are going to want to contact them back, right? And some of us, we do make the mistake of, engaging with them again, and so, and that was me. But once I knew that it was over and that I couldn't change this person, I never looked back. And that was back in 2014. So, but yeah, you guys, that's basically the video. I don't want to drag this on too long, y'all. I hope that this was helpful in your healing and recovery. And like I said, I'm here for you if you want to reach out to me for any support sessions or any advice or anything like that. And you can send me an email at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. And until the next time, and if there are any other topics that you guys want me to make a video about, please leave it here in the chat, or you can leave it below underneath this video, and I will make the videos based off of that. So anyway, you guys, I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, you guys, if you want to join my free support group, please feel free to do so. I am going to link that. I'll put it in the chat or the below this video. So anyway, I'll see you guys. Take care and love you so much. Bye, guys.